Hello everybody, this is TL from A Bearded Man Plays. Time for a quick video log update. I am on my Witch Doctor. He is level 55, hardcore hell difficulty in Act 2 right now. Just making my way through that without too much difficulty. I was level 54, my damage was about 2,000, my life was about 35,000, and I was kind of struggling to make my way through at a decent pace, so I decided to hit the auction house at level 55 and get some upgrades. Let's take a quick look at that. At 5,000 damage, 29,700 life. I did take a dip on life, wasn't too happy about that, but the damage more than doubled, so it made up for that. I'm kind of uncomfortable. It's against my hardcore play style, really, to be sacrificing that much health just for damage, but I think I'm actually okay. I don't plan on continuing along that path. I plan on continuing to stack this life up, but I did really need a boost in damage, and I got that. So I decided to start stacking up some life per second. I've been playing through normal, nightmare, and hell thus far without very much life per second at all, and very much life per hit at all, and it was noticeable at some point, or at some points. So I decided to, at this last round of upgrades from the auction house, start stacking up some life per second, and I'm happy with that. It's at 387 life per second right now, so we'll see where that goes. I happened to find a kill on there. It's not particularly good, but it was the best weapon that was even available for the price range that I was looking at. So I got that, and I got a couple other upgrades. Nothing really too exciting at all, just a bunch of life per second stuff, really. I decided not go with the shield. This was a decision that I made on my Demon Hunter. Once I was in Inferno, I dropped the shield and I went with a quiver, and I was actually okay. I wasn't as bad off as I thought I was going to be. Maybe my Demon Hunter would still be alive if I had a shield, but probably not. So I did decide to go with that. The Mojo, or whatever it's called, mainly because I really needed a damage boost, and I thought I'd give it a shot. So it has both life per second, although not very much, 21, and it also does have some pretty nice additional damage on there, so that's why I'm using that one. Still using these Lost Boys, which I picked up for pretty cheap on the auction house, as well as a Saffron Wrap. Not too bad, but nothing too exciting here. Anyways, let's take a look at the skills that I'm using. The Fetish Army still, I'm using the Fetish Army mostly for champion packs and unique packs. Using the Devoted Following rune word just to make sure that I have it up for whenever I run into them. Using Hex, this second spot has been really fluid. I've been messing around with a lot of different abilities here. I haven't found one that I'm really happy with. I've tried Fear, I've tried Confusion, I've tried Hex, obviously, and nothing really too good. I'm not happy with Horrify or Mass Confusion as a defensive ability, and so I'm just using Hex as kind of a defensive ability. Like when you run into that champion pack, or you run into even just a giant pack of mobs, you just hit Hex when you hit your other attacks and stuff. I mean, like, there's no global cooldown, so you just hit it, keep it up almost 100% of the time. You can't exactly, like, there are 3 seconds where you can't keep the Hex guy up, but just keep it up every time you go into a fight. I don't know. It's effective at doing something. I don't know if it's effective at keeping me alive, but it does something. So I don't know. I'll continue to use it for now until I notice it really not doing much of anything. Using Spirit Walk, obviously. Got Gargantuan as well. I'm still using the Cleave rune. Firebomb, I still like this because, like, the main reason I'm using Firebomb is with your main attack, I think you need either an AE attack or you need some sort of piercing attack. And the reason is, and you'll see it in my my hardcore guides that I'm working on uploading at this moment too. When it comes to picking abilities, it's really important that you pick abilities that are at least good in every situation. When you start picking abilities like maybe Poison Dart, which is good single target, but it's really not very good at all in, like, group fights and stuff, I think you kind of, I don't know, you're making it harder on yourself. You're making it harder to survive, and in hardcore, you got to take every edge you can get, and so every skill slot is important, well, except obviously for number 2, but almost every skill slot is important. So with Firebomb, it's decent single target, it's good in group fights too, and I don't know, I like it. I've been using it, I think, ever since normal difficulty, so I'm sticking with it so far. And the main thing really with Witch Doctors is I'm not satisfied at all with their left click abilities, with their low mana cost abilities. Poison Dart, I think, is just really boring and not very good because it doesn't have a pierce, it doesn't have an AE, anything like that. So Corpse Spiders I don't like at all. It just feels like it takes too long to ramp up. Plague of Toads is too random. I just don't like it at all. So Firebomb it is. I don't know, we'll take a look at these later runes once I get there, but not yet. I did try Zombie Bears. Everyone seems to be really excited about Zombie Bears still, and I used it, and it's obviously really good, but I didn't think it really had a place in my Hardcore Witch Doctors build. I just think it puts you in a place where you'd rather not be, which is right up there with the mobs. And if you don't have to be right up there with the mobs, I guess why would you want to be? So if I can do as enough damage to get myself through safely, with by staying ranged and using Acid Cloud, then by God I'm gonna do it. So I've been using Acid Cloud with Slow Burn. Slow Burn's okay. Maybe Lob Bomb is as good or better or something like that, but I don't know. That's what I've been using so far, and I've been happy with it. It has decent damage. It's really good for group fights and whatnot too. Passive ability, Circle of Life. You'll notice that I have 3 zombie dogs, but I don't have any zombie dog active ability. That's because I use Circle of Life. I think it's easier to find an open spot in your passives for your zombie dogs than it is to find it in your actives. And this way I get both Circle of Life and whatever I have in the second slot, because that's really where I would put it. And there isn't really, like, none of the other passives are really that exciting. I mean, Pierce the Veil is really good. I kind of wish I could be using that, but it's not that big of a deal. Jungle Fortitude's good, but again, like, I don't think it's like really good enough to be using over zombie dogs. And so I kind of put that stuff off to the side and haven't been using that. I use Circle of Life for zombie dogs. It's basically 100% uptime, and so I don't know. I think it's probably better to use, just from my perspective right now, I could change my mind on this, but I think it's better to take Circle of Life for your zombie dogs and take the actual active ability. I like it. That's what I've been doing so far, and I've been happy with it. Gruesome Feast. This spot is kind of fluid. If I do want Pierce the Veil, this is the spot that I put it in. If I do want Jungle Fortitude, this is the spot that I put it in. But I have been using Gruesome Feast. I'd mainly been using it to bump up my damage when it was a little bit lower. So now that I do have better gear, I may be switching this out for something else. So we'll see. Spirit Vessel, obviously. How can you do Hardcore Witch Doctor without Spirit Vessel? I'm kind of disappointed, though. I have not had a Spirit Vessel proc. I hope that the first time I have a Spirit Vessel proc is not also the time that I die. Like, I hope that it doesn't get to the point where it only procs when it's so bad that I'm doomed anyways. So we'll see. I'm going to be keeping track on my stream as well when my Spirit Vessel does proc. I've been kind of looking forward to putting that counter up there, like how many Spirit Vessel procs I have, but I don't have a proc yet. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. And anyways, that kind of wraps it up for this update for my Hardcore Witch Doctor. If you guys aren't playing Hardcore, and you, I don't know, like you just kind of want to come into the stream, watch me play Hardcore, talk with you about it, anything like that, please do. My stream is twitch.tv/I'mTheMatrix. Feel free to leave any comments or email me about playing Hardcore or anything like that. If you want to come play Hardcore with me, my Battle.net ID should be on the screen, so just go ahead and add me and hit me up for games. And I'm always down to play with anybody. It's kind of tough to find people to play with when you're playing Hardcore, because it doesn't seem near as popular as it did in Diablo 2. But if you're looking for somebody to play with Hardcore, then hit me up. Anyways, thanks for watching. Follow me on Twitch, follow me on YouTube, all that stuff. I appreciate it, and have a good one.